Hey, good morning, Travis. Hi, Liz. So yeah, again, we are on board the Seawolf. Or actually, if I can have you kind of come over here, because he's the professional. He's the one that's going to help us talk about, if you're on a boat and something happens, right? And we're in a tight space, how do we move people from point A to point B and do that safely?
Well, the thing that you want to use some device that will be able to move the patient to get through the openings that you're going to be seeing right to our left of us. Here on Seawolf, they have a tarp that is used the same as the fire department. All we're trying to do is to get the recreational and the commercial fishermen out there of what devices they have. Do that like a door, another tarp, something they can move the person from exposure into an area where they can treat the patient.
So let's say I don't have a tarp. What are some other options that I might be able to find on a boat to help in a situation like this?
A blanket, a sleeping bag, and how about a door?
Yeah, okay.
Take a door off the hinges. That works just fine, and then use duct tape.
Yeah.
I like gray duct tape versus the blue and the red because that's traditional.
Yeah. Now you had mentioned that there is a number one rule, like so if you're out on a boat and you need to bring someone through a doorway, what's the first part of the body that needs to go through that doorway?
You want to bring the person through the opening with the head first. The reason why is the shoulders are the biggest part. So if the shoulders fit through the rest of the body, and it looks kind of bad when you bring someone feet first and all of a sudden you can't fit the person. You got to turn the person on their side, and there's always a chance of getting someone hurt.
Sure.
Because on a vessel we don't have manpower, and the boat can be rocking. Where in someone else's house, it's not rocking unless we're having an earthquake.
Totally. And so, and art is, teaching how to be safe in classes and things of that sort. In fact, we're actually here on the boat. These are the books that you use to teach all of these things. And these are not just tips for, professionals, but also for those that are recreational boaters as well. Because again, like Art mentioned, sometimes emergencies happen when you're not at home, you're not on dry land or somewhere where 911 is going to take a little bit to get to you. So anything else that we need to make sure, like what are maybe like 2 or 3 things that everyone needs to have on a boat, whether you're a commercial fisherman or just a recreational boater in general, to stay safe?
One is to remember and be able to use the radio, and number 2 is to have a plan. Practice before it actually happens. People say, well, I don't want to get in a survival suit or a life vest because I'm going to be in salt water. Go to your family pool and practice. See how long it takes. See if it even fits you.
Right.
Be proactive versus reactive, because we want to be able to give that person the best chance of surviving.
Sure. And then now let's say coming up next hour, something happens and maybe someone slips and breaks an arm. I mean, you don't have a tourniquet if you're just out, again, recreationally. The professionals will show us what we need to do and what we need to have to be prepared to stay safe. Again, now that this weather is turning and we're getting, into summer season and enjoying and having fun, but also staying safe at the same time. So we will revisit that coming up next hour. But for right now, I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.